First-time leaders, hello, and thank you very much for coming back. If you have already been on this YouTube channel, or if you are new to our videos, very warm welcome. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I will ask you, if you have not done that yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much in advance. These free videos are coming out every second Tuesday, and they are particularly for the young leaders working in the large corporate companies. Today I'm going to be talking about expectations in the leadership. In my opinion, expectations in any aspect of our life can be a little bit tricky. It can be that people have got high expectations and they get disappointed, or if they set up the expectations wisely, they can really help us progress, as I said, in any part of our life. Of course, today I'm going to be talking about leadership, especially when you start in your first 6 to 12 months to years. I believe there are three main categories that it is important to think about. Not only when you start, but especially when you start, particularly when you start. Because very often when we get promoted, we get a title, we get a business card. We do not really take time to think about the expectations. So these are the three types, three categories I would recommend to you to think about. Number one, what are your expectations from yourself as a new leader? Now, I don't know how many people think about this when they are just freshly promoted. Honestly, I did not, and it took me a few years really to understand that I have to understand expectations from myself. Otherwise, I'm just floating. I don't really know where I'm going. So what is it that you expect from yourself to be, to deliver? What kind of leader is it that you want to be? And I'm not talking about the massive 20 years vision right at the beginning when you start, but I'm talking about maybe 6 or 12 months, to think about, okay, how will I know that I'm making a progress as a leader? How will I know that I'm shifting the needle with this particular team? What is it that I want to do? I want to change the culture in the team. Do I want to change people in this team? Do I want to reach better results? What is it that I'm trying to do? So it's very, very important for you to really understand and track your progress. Otherwise, you will, as I said, you will just be floating. You will not know if you are making progress or if you are just doing day-to-day job. Also, another thing important in here is, who is your coach? Who is your person to go to? Who is your mentor? When you are struggling, or when you have got successes, when you want to share the failures, when you want to share the challenges, when you want to share good news, who is the person who is supporting you? Especially when you start, you do need to have that really objective person holding your hand and just listen to you and asking you the right questions. So please take that time. Do not just assume in your head what are you expecting from yourself. Write it down so that you can follow the progress on a monthly basis. Thing number two, and this is, you will tell me, Michaela, this is so obvious, we all know that. It might be obvious, but I tell you, it's so many people that don't do it. And that is, what are your expectations from your team? And I don't mean whole team, because your whole team is created from individuals, right? And every person is different. Different skills, different abilities, different engagement, different passion, different personal circumstances. So does your team really know what is it that you expect from them? If you have got 3 or 4 people in your team, do they know? If you have got 100 people, do your direct reports, do they know? What is it that you are expecting from them? Again, do not assume that people know. And here I'm not talking about job descriptions. Let's be honest for a second. In our corporate companies, we are not great with job descriptions because we use the same template for all the people across the globe for the same position, which is, when you think about it, it's just not possible because it's very generic. Every person is different. We have to treat people as individuals. So you cannot use the generic template for the job description as your expectations. Yeah, it's a rough guideline, but then sit down with your team and find out what they are good at, what do they need the help with, and what is your expectations from them. Once you do know that, you have to have them understand what the expectations are and agree with them. Because if you expect something, even if you share it with a person, but the person doesn't agree with it, you can be expecting, blue sky open up and do whatever, but it's not going to happen if that person doesn't agree with you. So very important, again, write it down so that you can follow the progress, and then nobody can tell you 6 months, 12 months down the line, yeah, boss, but you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me you were expecting this from me. So make it clear for yourself and from your team, for your team members. And third category of the expectations are, do you know what your team expects from you as a leader? Right? Leadership is a two-way traffic. It's not a one-way conversation, as we spoke about a few times already. So be very transparent. At the beginning, when you are having your one-on-ones and you're talking about your expectations to your team members, ask them, what is it that you expect from your new leader? It could be you, it can be anybody, it's not personal. What is it that you expect from your new leader? I will give you an example. In one of my teams, when I arrived and I had my one-on-ones, the guys told me individually, Michaela, we want our new leader to raise the profile of our department, because in our building, sales and marketing department is completely neglected. The other senior leaders do not pay any respect to us. Whatever we try to say, it seems like we don't even exist, even though we are the ones who are bringing the business to this building. So what we expect from our leader is that you raise the profile of sales and marketing and give us more gravitas. We want to be respected the same as everybody else in the building. That was so easy. They were very clear, they were very open. So then I could have put the actions that I needed in place, and together we could, track the progress on how are we doing, how are they feeling, how are things working out or not working out. So expectations, as I said, take that time. I don't think many people really do. That's why I keep repeating this, because it's very, very important. You will avoid a lot of disappointment, your own personal disappointment, and also disappointment from your team. So take the time, write it down, track the progress, have somebody to support you, coach, a mentor, a person to go to, so that you understand what kind of leadership is it that you want to bring to your team. Thank you very much, young leaders, first-time leaders. Once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget, we will be launching the website very, very soon. We are just tweaking some last details, so I will definitely notify you when the website is ready to be launched. Thank you once again. I will speak to you in 2 weeks' time. We are on holidays, so I'm going back to my holidays right now. Thanks a lot, wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful day. Bye.